What's going on, guys? Garrett here, and today we're doing Squadcast episode 48 with Mr. Boss for the win.
Hello.
And the Saints fan.
What up?
Now, Squadcast is a weekly podcast we do every single Saturday, covering all of GTA 5 online news and other games. And this week's topics include Heist DLC leaked images by FunMW2, brand new modded lobbies that have been infected with basketball courts, UFOs, and more, as well as modders going at it, Chrome X mods versus Nil X mods, and the whole war that took place. And lastly, we'll do a Would You Rather at the end of the Squadcast. And it's a pretty good question. So with all that said, let's jump into the first topic, being Heist DLC leaked images. Ross, do you want to pick it up first?
Yeah, so a lot of you guys know that for a long time we knew the names of 7 supposed heist cars. You guys know them by now: Lampetetti, Casco, Dinka Enduro, Principe Electro. Well, today FunMW2 tweeted out a lot of information. I believe there were 5 pictures of the supposed heist cars. One of them confirmed, the Karen Kuruma. I think the other one was either the Dinka Enduro or the Principe Electro. There was also that helicopter. What's that one called? The Valkyrie?
Yep, the Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie. Wait, this is the Valkyrie?
That's a leaked name. That's a leaked.
Yeah, that's
Valkyrie.
a leaked name, the Valkyrie. And
You're talking about the Huey then?
Yes, the
Yeah,
Huey
the
helicopter,
Huey,
the one from like Vietnam.
Yeah.
And he also tweeted out these images of heist team gear, and there were 5 total images. And I think the word on the street and what a lot of people think is that each one of these team gears are going to be used for a single heist. So like team gear 1 will be used for insert heist here. Team gear 2, insert another
it's
heist.
Kind of like describing what the heist is going to be about for the most part. Because I know like one of them had like night vision goggles.
Another one was like a bank drill.
Parachutes and exactly, yeah. So you could kind of piece together. Now it is going to be cool to see like which ones are for which. And I'm wondering if we can like I'm wondering if those are just heist specific, because if you could,
a lot of them are, yeah. So basically,
Okay.
example, one of them that it's pretty obvious to me that we saw in the heist trailer was the Humane Labs. In one of the heist, the team gears, we have a Humane Labs ID badge, we have the night vision and the flare gun, all in which we saw
in the trailer.
the same trailer in the same section. So it broke down that is for one. So I believe each team gear picture is for each heist. Now Ross did bring up a good point earlier today that there's 2 team gears that are very similar. We have one that's for the bank, and then we also have a drill. So unless we have one that we have to rob the bank, and then we also have to rob safety deposit boxes, I'm not sure why the team gear is in 2 separate pictures.
The drill though, that one is definitely. I mean, because we have.
There's a screenshot of a guy using it at the bank, but you know those masks you saw in the other one.
The ornate bank.
That's the ornate bank, okay, but
yeah. And then those masks that we saw, which was, I believe, the one with the thermite bomb, the mask, the laptop, and then the zip ties. Those are all for the ornate bank as well, because you have the thermite bomb, the ornate bank vault, and then you have to take hostages. You have to use the zip ties that are in the picture. This is what I'm assuming. You have to use the zip ties to take hostages, and those masks can be used, which will be the new masks.
So that's what those are. Those are zip ties.
Yeah, those are zip ties.
I had no idea what those little things were.
Yeah, those are zip ties. Those are normally used when police officers don't have metal handcuffs. They use those, especially when you're getting a group of people, because it's a lot easier to have like a bunch of zip ties than a bunch of handcuffs on.
You know, this is really random. This is going to be Ross's random fact of the day. If you, for whatever reason, are zip tied together, so let's say you just got robbed and the guy zip tied you. If you somehow have shoes on, you can take your shoelace off and actually burn through the zip tie by like rubbing it like you're trying to start a fire. Anyways, that was random, but in case you need to know.
What?
Ross gets away from the police often.
Bear Grylls Ross here.
And the laptop is supposedly used.
But it's like a hacking, right? I mean,
yeah, to hack.
It was out of battery. It was a black screen.
The what?
It was a black screen. It was out of battery.
Oh God, shut up, Ross. I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
He's fixing his NAT type.
God.
Yeah. Okay, did you know what the first one was, where it was like a bunch of blue Tupperware looking things, like blue buckets?
It's like a
Yeah,
bunch of
that was
boxes.
the only one that was like kind of interesting, because it looks like, I don't know, at least to me, it looks like pallets of like drugs being loaded into a truck.
It did look like cocaine.
Yeah, one of the things I saw that really made me think it is drugs are 2 things. If you guys remember in GTA Online when you do missions for Gerald, I think his name is that right?
Yep.
Where you have to give him like that big thing of cocaine or whatever, that big thing. That's exactly what it looks like in the blue boxes. And then on the right side of the picture, we had this green, I guess, pill bottle looking thing. And that's exactly what Franklin has when he goes and gets weed in single player.
I was right. That's what I thought it was in my video.
So that's what I saw, but I didn't mention that in my video because I was just like, I'm not sure. I don't want to be like 100% wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. I'm just speculating here, and for sure, without a doubt, back to the motorcycle picture. Without a doubt, 1,000,000% that is the Principe Electro.
Yes.
All right, so hold on real quick, just before we get a little bit deeper into these pictures, I just want to say, because there's been a couple of people, at least in the video that I did, that said that these were fake. These pictures don't look real. They're not supposed to look real. They're not screenshots from the game. They are actually the I guess what, posters or the pictures they put on the.
They're on the heist board.
Yeah.
And it gets even better if you guys are still like questioning it. If you take a look at the pictures that we've all shown, and you go back to the heist trailer and pause it at different points or certain points when they show the heist planning board, you can actually see these pictures on the planning board. So it's real. Like, it's not fake. This isn't another modder BSing the community. This is legit stuff.
Same with the cars. The cars
exactly.
are one, and yeah, this gives us pretty much 100% clarity that even the ones we didn't see photoed, which would be the Lampedetti Casco, the Heavy Insurgent, and the Vapid Guardian, so that we're still missing, is it 3 vehicles?
Well, we're still missing the Guardian. The Guardian, that's the one I want to know what it is. Just because...
And we're kind of assuming that the Heavy Insurgent is that tank-looking thing, the APC tank?
Yeah. The NPC, yeah.
Okay.
So
with those pictures, we pretty much covered everything that came out, except for, we didn't really talk about the Vellum or the Technical, which we already talked about in the past, but the Vellum is a new plane. Now,
it's not new. No, it's not new.
No, it's a new version of the original plane.
It's an all blacked out version of the plane.
Is that it?
Apparently has a new interior as well. So what they're saying is that it's similar to how the Massacro and the Massacro race car, like that variant, where it's like they have the Massacro and then they have the Massacro race car.
So minor differences.
Yeah, minor differences. And that's how it's shown in the code as well, according to FunMW2, where he said like it's just, one little difference. Not a huge thing, but we're gonna have to wait and see what if there's a huge difference, we're gonna see when it comes with Heist. If it's only the color of the plane, then that's I guess what it is. But I was assuming it was the interior
plane anyway. I mean, not that it matters. I mean, but
it was in the Heist trailer. If you guys remember.
I'm thinking that one, that plane has something to do with the parachutes on the whatever heist it is.
I mentioned that too.
Out of it. Yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense, right? So.
Well, I know for sure from the Heist trailer, the parachute is used when you parachute onto the ship, and you don't use the plane for that. You use a helicopter. So that's what I think.
You're right.
Heist
Actually,
planning board is. Come on, guys. Do you guys not play?
Well, no. Hold on. If I remember correctly, though, doesn't
the plane is used to drive away from
the plane was the prison, right?
I believe the plane was for the prison where there's a screenshot out that Rockstar released a while ago of the plane taking off from that one airfield, like all the way in like plain middle of nowhere up there.
Yeah.
So that's what that plane I believe is gonna be used for. I think it has to do something with the drugs. Like I believe it was like something to do with drugs. The plane is gonna be used, I think, for Team Gear picture number 1. So that's the reference, I believe.
Also, another thing that like I'm kind of wondering if these like the Team Gear pictures. Obviously, there's 5, so like 5 heists, but like, is that for the finale or is that for just like an overall?
I believe this was for the finale because the way that this was brought up, that FunMW2 found it, the coding for it is actually finale, like that's what it said. So I'm assuming these pictures are of the finale because that's what it would say. Like in the link that he provided to everybody, saying like, "Hey, this is where I got it." It was like heist_planning/finale dash and then the picture.
You mean the 5 final heists, right? Not the 4 preps that lead up to each one.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, that's what I was just wondering if like the picture kind of represents like the preps plus the finale for all 5, or if it's just the finale or something. I don't know. I mean, obviously
it looked like it was just the finale. Maybe there's individual steps. Like maybe let's take the Humane Labs one for example. Maybe step 1 is obtain a ID card, and then maybe step 2 is get the weapons like the flare gun and the night vision goggles.
I'm wondering what do you guys think the flare gun will be used for in Heist? Like
it was in the trailer. The guy used it to signal a helicopter, maybe for like a pickup or something like that.
Okay, because I'm about to say like it has to be something NPC related. You would think because I mean. with the mini map, you would need to like signal a flare or whatever for a friend to come pick you up.
Right.
So.
I think it is.
Looking
Yeah.
Looking at the heist planning board and with the picture that we've provided, that we've been given from Fundamental 2, it shows basically the heist that you're doing. So let's say it's the Humane Labs. And the Humane Labs then has, 5 total steps, right? So it has 4 heist preps and then 1 finale. And then from that, you see gear, vehicle, and then it just breaks down what you'll be using. Now, I'm not exactly sure if it's for the whole thing, because I think it just shows like just for that mission alone, this is the stuff that you're gonna be using throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's just gonna be like, one part, because that'd be very weird if we just use like one part of the stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like if we just use like one vehicle for the whole thing, I think the vehicle that's shown is gonna be for the finale most likely, because I can't imagine you having to use like a huge helicopter to go pick up somebody. Or like something crazy like that, or use like night vision throughout the whole mission. I believe it's only for the finale.
Yeah, that's actually another thing though. You're kind of talking about vehicles that at least I saw a couple of comments on my video, especially about the Karen Technical and the Karen Kuruma, the one they shown. People are wondering if those are gonna be in free roam or like if you can use them outside of Heist.
I said the same thing because I was like,
they will be. Unfortunately, what do you guys think?
Well, I was just saying I hope that you can take it into the Los Santos custom shop, because when I brought up the Karen Rebel, I was like, yeah, this looks great, but that's a basic Karen Rebel. The Karen Rebel has some of the most advanced customization options of any vehicle in the game. So you could put like all the crazy different things on the side and on the bumpers and change the wheels. So I'm hoping it's available in free mode, but
you know what's funny? Somebody mentioned this, and I was like, you know what? This is totally right. Apparently, the reason I don't know. For all we know, Rockstar just doesn't want to implement it. I don't know, but a lot of people are thinking that the reason the armored versions of the cars aren't in free mode is because it's too like overpowered. And somebody's like, dude, there's jets, there's buzzards, there's tanks. Like what? Like why would an armored car that you can't shoot out of be that much overpowered, or like that overpowered that they don't put it in, like I don't know, it was just funny to kind of think about that.
Well, an example, a lot of people are asking, like, we would buy the new helicopter and the Pegasus. That's something that we all have to just wait and see. I would love to have that helicopter because it looks very cool. It has 2 guns on the side, I believe, on each door, and then it has a gun in the front for the driver. So that would be sick to have in single.
The Huey?
Yeah, it does have a gun in the front.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. It has one on the nose of the helicopter.
Yeah, it looks great, and I really I would love that, because I didn't buy the Swift. I don't know how many of you guys bought the Swift helicopter.
Yeah, I did.
I personally think that helicopter sucks.
It was a waste of money, man.
But if we can get this new helicopter in Pegasus, I am very excited to see it. But at the same rate, another thing I would love to see in free mode in GTA Online is night vision. I want to be able to play with night vision. If you could buy it in the ammunition, I think that would be awesome. But we're gonna have to wait and see.
Just have everything glowing bright green, just walking around like that.
I'm not gonna lie, nighttime in GTA Online sucks. It's horrible.
It does seem to last forever too.
It does.
Except when we're trying to record, then it's like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, when we need to get something done at the nighttime, it's like, oh, the sun's gone down and now it's back up.
It's horrible. It's horrible. So I think if we can get, even using the gas masks in online as free mode, that would be cool. What do you guys think?
I think any look, you guys know my opinion. Any outfit related stuff I want, but yeah, people were saying that in free roam the gas mask that could obviously help with tear gas. Not that we pro that, but it's there. Just like the bulletproof helmets help with bullets shooting you in the head.
Yeah, like damage reduction. I just think it's a cool concept just to have more clothing or more options.
That's one thing I really do hope Rockstar realizes. Like, I don't think many people care like how overpowered or like. I mean, obviously, if it's, I guess, really annoying, they could take it out. But you can't. You don't know unless you try. So it's like, put this stuff in free road, and like let us have fun with it, man. Let us have fun.
I know.
Like, we'll have fun with it in Heists, no doubt, but one where.
But I don't want to have to replay the same heist over and over and over again just to use the new helicopter. You know, like Garrett said, I want to have it in my Pegasus.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna have to wait and see what Rockstar does have planned for us in terms of the new vehicles that are coming. But with all that covered, let's jump into the new problems that I guess last gen is currently having. As new gen, which is Xbox One and PS4, does have its problems. It doesn't really have infected lobbies. If you guys are unaware, previous gen Xbox 360 and PS3 are currently facing infection of their lobbies in regards to UFO spawning, meteor spawning, even basketball court mini game in their garage. And what do you guys think about this so far?
I feel like that's the most serious one. The as comical as it is, and it probably sucks, it's the basketball game in the garage, because I've seen photos tweeted at me, and I'm sure you guys have had the exact same thing. Like, it blocks the garage door, and it's on top of cars.
Somebody
and
told me they got trapped in their own garage.
yeah, and it's like that completely ruins your experience, and that sucks. Like the UFOs, yeah, you can get over that. Like, is it kind of weird and annoying? Absolutely. But you can get over the fact that there's a UFO and the map just goes somewhere else. But if you can't get your adder or your entity or whatever out of your garage, that sucks.
So this has happened in the past where Rockstar has been able to fix it and, get rid of the problem. I believe in the past we had, UFOs like in the past. We
Yeah,
also
but
had
where's a
trash.
fix been?
The what?
Where's a fix been? It's been like 8 months.
Well, because Rockstar's so busy doing whatever they're doing.
That's true.
They haven't even released any information in regards to anything. They've been really silent lately. And for those of you guys that thought, the basketball courts and the garages, oh my God, we're gonna have mini games. Those little mini games that we see, like I don't know what they're called in real life, like the little basketball shoot games.
Arcade games?
I don't know what they're called, but that's from the pier. So a modder just grabbed that and stuck it in someone's garage. So how this works is, let's say you have that in your garage, right? And you have a friend that goes into your garage and he sees that in your garage. Next time he goes to his garage, he's gonna have it in his. It's like an STD, but in Grand Theft Auto Online. It's like you're just spreading the disease to every single person. So if you see a UFO in the middle of the street, every lobby you go to is going to have that UFO. If someone else sees a UFO in the street, they're going to see it in every lobby. It's just horrible. And I know over time, I think before it got to a point where every single lobby had hundreds of UFOs. I don't know if you guys remember that time on Xbox 360 way back in the day. It was
I'm actually
annoying.
I'm interested to hear. Let me know in the comments. Let us all know. How many of you guys are still playing on last gen? Because obviously we're not, but it's definitely a big issue.
From my comments, it's a good majority of people.
I got a lot of tweets. A lot of tweets.
Yeah. Because I recently made a video talking about like the top 5 best cars, NPC cars you can sell. And I don't know if you guys know that, but the randomly spawning NPC cars, it's only next generation. So.
Yep. That's what kind of sucks about it. But I'm wondering if they might be waiting for PC. That's probably their thinking on it, potentially.
I'm sure, yeah.
Either way.
I'm so excited for PC. But it
actually,
sucks.
hold on, real quick, because we never did mention this, and I don't know if it's anything or whatever. But since we're talking about last gen, FunFTW2, he actually, I don't know if he said he found it in the code or whatever, but
that's right.
He said that there's maybe, now this isn't confirmed or whatever, this is just speculation, but there'll be 6 heists on last gen, maybe. I don't know. At least there was code for 6 heists on last gen. So
I saw that same thing.
Where there was only 5 on like obviously the current console.
Right, which has been confirmed, by the way, by a Rockstar employee on that IGN article, that there's 5 heists for next gen.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Is it possible?
I don't know. I heard someone say it's like a last generation thank you, like thanks for being so loyal.
But then you have the people who played it on last gen that moved to next gen that are going to be disappointed. I don't think it is anything like too big. But I don't know. You never know.
I think it's going to be something either, that's not supposed to be there. Maybe it's like a developer thing that's just popping up that won't be available to the public, or maybe it's like a little thank you to those that played on last gen. Like, here you go. Thank you guys so much for waiting forever and ever for the heist.
I was thinking it might be like the original OG heist that they had, like that they had developed or whatever, or something. They just never took out the code.
Possibly.
Yeah, or it might be a test heist, like what the developers used to just run through.
Yeah, who knows? But it was just interesting that I guess that's there. So if there is anything special, last gen people, look out for it.
Yep. And
I know I'm gonna have to if it is a new heist, I'm literally gonna have to like plug in my Xbox 360. just to
Yeah.
play it.
Lord, that's gonna
Ah, what a
horrible.
throwback.
So with all that, I think let's transition us perfect to the next topic, which is gonna be the modern war that was happening this week.
Oh,
between
yeah.
Chrome X mods and Nil X mods. Now, personally, I'm no big fan of drama, but this was some juicy stuff that was going on that literally destroyed both of them. No apparent winner of the situation, and it sucks that it got to this point where, well, Ross, you can explain what happened.
Well, you guys probably know who Nilx Mods is. He was someone who really jumped onto the scene about 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas. He essentially said, hey, this is the Christmas DLC. This is this, and this. And he was right on some things, wrong on others. And since then, he's been providing various leaks about DLC content and add-ons to the game. And Chrome X Mods, kind of an OG GTA leaker who no longer does that. He's just moved on. And he basically came out and said that Nilx Mods faked it and that it was Photoshop.
Well, he faked because there was an apartment creator DLC that Nilx Mods was trying to like push that he found or whatever, and that's what Chrome X Mod was like. No, this is BS. Like, stop fooling the community. You fooled them enough. So he came out and put Nilx Mods in his place, I guess. But yeah, I mean, look, at this point, anything Nilx Mod says,
Done.
it's irrelevant.
Yeah,
like, you can't. I am never gonna mention that guy again apart from this video, because it's just the only two guys, and like you said, Chrome doesn't do it anymore, but him and FunFW2, those are the only two guys in the community that have ever leaked stuff or that have consistently done it, and it's been right.
Yeah, every time
So-
too. Like the thermite bomb that Chrome X Mod released a while ago. It's coming.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously they, Nilx Mods probably saw the, I guess, fame, quote unquote, or the popularity that FunMW2 and Chrome got. So he was like, you know what, let me do something, and he did what he did. But it's just sad because
That's such a scumbag move.
It's unfortunate though, because literally, like, I said this, I think, last week. At the end of the day, it's almost Rockstar's fault because they're not providing anything whatsoever. So you got to go off what leakers say, and then it burns you in the end, because then you get hyped or whatever, and nothing happens.
Yep. And I think Nil X Mods, I sort of feel bad for the guy, because if it does turn out to be true that there is an apartment creator customization, and I think what he did was really
you're just saying that
shady.
because you won it.
I know, I really want it. But what I'm saying is, like, let's say it turned out to be true, right? And what he did is he created what he did basically, he photoshopped an image or changed some variables in the game to make it look like that when you're in your closet of your apartment, it made it look like it was actually an apartment creator. And he switched out a few words when you press start, that it shows apartment customization instead of, I think, like content creator or something. So, that's where Chrome said, like, I got you. And Nil couldn't prove that he was telling the truth, because apparently he didn't want to show Chrome his method of getting information.
Well, it was a little shady, the fact that he literally only had the part of the image with the words. Like, he didn't have the entire, like, thing. So he just knew it was kind of, and then he had his whatever logo all over it, like, a million times. So it, from the bat, or right off the start, you knew it was a little
shady.
Yeah. But
maybe my want for that DLC for apartment customization and apartment creator is just too great for me to be like, I can't doubt it. I just want it so bad. You guys have no idea how badly I want to be able to customize my apartments. I want to be able to customize my cars based on the fact of personal customization in regards to paints and stuff. I just really want to do all that stuff. So hopefully we can do that in the near future. Maybe even incorporate and upload our own type of clothing to the social club that we can rock on our characters, similar to how we do it with logos, but with clothing. That would be cool. But let's go ahead. You guys want to add any more points to that topic, or you guys want to just move into the last point?
I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, that drama was very short-lived. Nil X Mod he basically closed shop. He's like, I'm done doing any leaking. Chrome ended his life on GTA pretty much on leaking. Chrome sort of got a short end of the stick as well, because he got, Nil exposed a lot of private conversations between Chrome and Nil X Mods, and if those conversations turn out to be true, that Chrome was actually doing illegal activity to get his information, then that could really, really hurt him in the long run. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens in that whole thing. But overall, I think this week, even though it was pretty slow at the start of the week, it turned out pretty good when we got that, leaked images for the Heist DLC. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, actually, and I guess we can just briefly, because we mentioned this. It seems like we mention this every week, but I would assume that heists are somewhat coming, right?
God. Yeah, hey, they're right around the corner. I think I've said that at least 300 times. Hey guys, heists are right around the corner, but literally this time
it's the longest corner in the world.
Yeah, it's the biggest corner. Literally, if they delay it again, I will shoot myself. Not really.
Honestly, I was thinking about that. I was like,
it's gonna happen. They're gonna delay.
Like, they can't. Like that's
no, they are
suicide. Like they can't. But I mean, it's like you would think if they're almost done, they would announce something, man. But I don't know. I guess they're kind of announcing something. But that's another thing I've kind of mentioned in my video. Like, by now, Rockstar knows if they put something in a cloud, somebody's gonna find it, right? Like, it's gonna get leaked out or whatever. So like, they should know by now. So I mean, maybe.
I hope so.
I don't know, man.
Hashtag right around the corner, guys. That's the key word for this week's podcast. Hashtag
right around the gosh.
Corner. Right around the corner.
Man, dude.
But let's go ahead and do a would you rather. Now, this would you rather is something that a lot of you guys have talked about in the past. It's in regard to the Heist DLC. So would you rather have Heist DLC today or the single player DLC? So what would you rather have come first? The single player DLC, which is going to be which would be similar to like the Battle of the Gay Tony, or would you rather have the Heist DLC that's for GTA Online?
Who do you want to go? Me?
You go first.
You gotta go with Heist. I mean, because we don't know anything about the single player. That's
well. Let's say we had the same amount of information for both. Which would you rather see? Like, pretend they're in the same playing ground. They have the same information.
Yeah, pretend you've gotten a Heist trailer, which we have, and pretend there's an equivalent of a single player DLC, like trailer, where we've gotten some information on new cars and a new character, new storyline.
Okay, I would do Heist simply because it's online. Single player, like, as great as it was, like, it's limited, like you can't. I mean, I guess you could, but playing it over and over again, it gets kind of repetitive. There's only so much you can do with the story. Whereas Heist, and online, you can, for the most part, play forever. I mean, we've been playing for a year and a half.
Yeah. So, I think if you had asked us this time last year, remember when we got the spring updates when they said Heist was coming in spring 2014?
Yeah.
I think if you had asked the same question, then everyone would have been Heist, because it was only like 5 or 6 months. But on the 2 videos I made yesterday, which were both about Heist, or today, whatever, the 2 videos I made about Heist, a lot of my comments were like, meh, Heist, who cares? Like, just because it's been so long.
Yeah. My top comment was like, Heist, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, like literally every time I make a video about Heist, there's about 5 or 6 comments that are literally just like, Heist confirmed 3016.
Yeah, I get a lot of comments like,
Heist,
oh, wow,
my grandchildren will be able to play this.
Yeah, they're like, I can't believe people still play this game. Like, we've been hearing about the same thing over. It's like,
like Rockstar, somebody in my comments was like, Rockstar must be dyslexic. They must mean 2105, not 2015.
2105. That's funny.
Gosh.
But yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, a single player, again, it'd be awesome because the other single players for GTA were really good, and the Red Deads, those are all really good. But it's, I don't know. I guess it's hard to like kind of compare them though, if you think about it, because like, I would say GTA Story is way better than GTA Online, even though
here comes the hate.
It's repetitive. Well, no, it's true though. Like, just gameplay wise, because like GTA Online's got so many problems with the gameplay.
Well, and that's one of the big questions that I've been seeing. That people are asking basically, would you rather have Rockstar fix all the should they fix all the bugs before they go ahead and release new DLC? Because as you guys know, there's huge problems with servers. We can barely connect. We get disconnected. You get timed out. All these issues. Some players can't even play GTA Online. But they're still continuing to release DLC. Is it a majority of players don't have problems? Because I feel like
they haven't been releasing that much DLC lately, so.
Well, hopefully they freaking.
You know what's scary?
Somebody told me it's been like 3 months.
Yeah,
if you don't include the Christmas DLC, because
it's actually been like 6 months.
Really? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
The last DLC before that was The Last Team Standing, which was in what, September?
Yeah, that's been a while.
Don't worry, guys.
Jesus.
We can wait. Heists are right around the corner.
Oh.
We got this. Just believe.
Yeah.
But overall, I think I am very excited to see what Rockstar holds in our future for GTA 5 Online and GTA 5 single player. With PC right around the corner as well, we have a lot to look forward to. Not only Heist DLC, even though Heist DLC is going to bring a huge amount of things to the table from what we've seen thus far, and hopefully they have more to announce in the near future. So you guys want to wrap last words before we wrap up the Squadcast episode 48?
I think that's it.
Yeah, man. I don't know what else to add.
Well,
Remember to write the secret word in the comment section.
Yep. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Squadcast. It is our weekly podcast we do every Saturday. If you guys did watch this far, make sure you guys check out the keyword, try to find it. And also, drop this video a like if you enjoyed it. And overall, we'll see you guys next week with a brand new Squadcast, or tomorrow with our daily uploads of GTA 5.
Yep.
See ya.
Later, guys.
See you guys. Bye.
Adios.